Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Jessie. Today I'm talking about my reading plans for fall, pretty much into the end of the year. And this is kind of a way for me to catch you guys up on all of the series I've started and still need to complete before the end of this year, some of the goals that I still need to complete that I set for myself at the beginning of the year, and then just kind of hold myself accountable so that I can watch this back and be like, Jessie, did you do all these things? So that is the goal of this video. I have nothing else to say. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. The first reading goal for the rest of the year is, of course, to keep up with my book club picks. So if you don't know, I do run a sci-fi fantasy book club here on YouTube called Shelf Space, and we have a Discord server that is linked down below. Every month we feature a different guest host, a fellow booktuber who reads sci-fi or fantasy books, and they help me select a book for each month. So next month we are reading Leviathan Wakes by James S.A. Corey. So I know that I have to read this book for October, and then for November we are reading The Sword of Kaigen by M.L. Wong, so I know that I need to read this one. And for December, we are reading Promise of Blood by Brian McClellan. So I know that I need to read these three books 100% before the end of the year. Leviathan Wakes and Promise of Blood are both the starts of series. Sword of Kaigen is standalone. So I know that I will most likely, hopefully, want to continue on with these series once I start these books, but I'm not going to hold myself to continuing on with this series prior to the end of the year because I want to finish some series that I've already started. So let's talk about those. So I know that I need to finish the Witcher series. I am currently on book 3. I'm reading this month. So I started with the short story collections, have read the first 2 books in the actual series. So definitely want to finish off this series before the end of the year. I think I can do it. They aren't too long for adult fantasy, so shouldn't be too hard to do, but I know I really want to finish Witcher. I also would really like to finish Lightbringer before the end of the year. I am through the first 2 books and need to read the 3rd book, The Broken Eye, and those books I'm a little bit more nervous about because they are pretty chunky, so a little nervous that I hope I can get through them. I really would like to. I'm really enjoying this series, so fingers crossed. I know that there's 5 books, so 3 more books before the end of the year. Maybe I could do it. I also really would like to finish the Faithful and the Fallen series. So this is 4 books in total, and I've only read Malice, and I really enjoyed Malice so much. And I know I've heard from so many people that it only gets better. And so I'm so excited to continue on. I've been wanting to continue on so much. So I definitely want to prioritize Faithful and the Fallen as well. And then I just finished The Poppy War. I have a full review linked down below if you want to check it out. I loved this book and was not expecting to love it as much as I did. So I know that I really want to finish The Dragon Republic very soon so that I can read The Burning God when it comes out in November and hopefully finish up this trilogy before the end of the year. And then finally, the series I'm prioritizing to finish before the end of the year is going to be the First Law trilogy, starting with The Blade Itself. I've read The Blade Itself. I'm currently about halfway through the audiobook for Before They Are Hanged, the 2nd book. So I really like listening to these books on audio because Stephen Pacey as a narrator is so fantastic. I love him, so definitely love listening to these audiobooks. They're just a little long and I have to listen to them a little bit slower than I normally would for other audiobooks because they are fantasy, so it's a little harder to keep up with. Really need to pay attention. So the audiobooks take me a while to get through, but I really want to do it. I think I can manage it before the end of the year. So here are the 5 series that I would really like to completely have finished before the end of the year. I'm not going to stress myself out. I'm not going to stress myself out, Jessie. Don't stress yourself out. And then on top of those book club picks and series that I would like to finish, I also have a couple buddy reads that I've committed to either through Shelf Space or just with other Booktube community members. So the first of those buddy reads is Elantris by Brandon Sanderson that I'll be buddy reading with Elle from Elliot Brooks. She's fantastic. I'm so excited to buddy read this with her. She's read it once before and I have never read it before. I've really been wanting to read all the Cosmere books, especially before Rhythm of War comes out. So I think we're reading this next month. I'm really excited about it. I know that it's Sanderson's first published book, so a lot of people say that you can definitely tell this was his first book, but then I've seen a lot of people absolutely love this book, so I'm excited to see what I think of it. And it's Sanderson, so I have faith that I'll enjoy it no matter what, hopefully. And then through my book club, we have optional buddy reads that we kind of pick out just based on what we're excited to get to the most in the upcoming months. So these are unofficial buddy reads that are completely optional for you to join, but if you've also been wanting to read these, you're more than welcome to join us. The first being Jade City by Fonda Lee, which is the buddy read for next month, and I'm so excited about this. So many people love this book. So many people have been talking about it and hyping it, and I'm so excited to get to it. Oh my goodness. So this one definitely, yes, is up on my priority list, as well as Theft of Swords by Michael J. Sullivan, at least the first book in this 2-book bind-up from the Ryeria Revelations. I really have been looking forward to reading this, and a lot of us in the Discord were like very excited to read Michael J. Sullivan, so we were all just like, yeah, let's do it. Let's buddy read it in December. So that's the plan for this one. So these are the 3 buddy read books. And then I also have, from the very beginning of the year, I made a list, 20 books I had to read in 2020. It was a must-read list. I got through 18 of those books, which I'm very proud of, but I have 2 books remaining on it, and they definitely need to get completed. That was one of my very beginning of the year goals. I really want to stick to it. So those 2 books are Steelheart by Brandon Sanderson and Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. Steelheart, I've heard mixed reviews. I would really like to see what I think of it. I'm just kind of trying to get through all of Sanderson's work because he's Sanderson. And then The Name of the Wind, I don't feel like I have to explain this at all. So many people have told me, like, don't even bother because the 3rd book isn't even coming out. Who knows when it's going to come out? It's not going to happen. So, you know, I totally get that. But I know that I really would like to at least be in on the discussion that's happening around this book and see why so many people have this as one of their favorite fantasies of all time. So I'm curious, and I would really like to read it. So I'm gonna pick this one up hopefully by the end of the year. And then because that's not enough for me, it is, but I don't know why I keep adding to my plate. I also would really like to finish my rereads of the Stormlight Archive books leading up to Rhythm of War. So I finished my reread of Way of Kings last week, and then Words of Radiance I'm going to try to be reading next month, and hopefully I can get through it pretty quick since it's a reread. It hopefully shouldn't take me too long because these books are humongous. And then of course Oathbringer. I feel like I remember the least about Oathbringer, even though this was the one I read most recently. I don't know how that happens. So anyways, I definitely want to refresh my memory on both of these books and get my rereads in prior to November 17th, I think is the date. So we'll see if I can do it. So here are all of the books I need to read. Oh no, one of them's backwards. That one is Steelheart. I'm sorry, it's backwards. These are all the books I need to read before the end of the year. And then series. I'll show you series. And then series. Okay, that's a lot. Oh my god. So overall, in conclusion of this video that I don't know if it was interesting at all, but in conclusion, I have a lot of reading that I need to do, so wish me luck. I really hope I can get through all of these. And you know what? If it doesn't happen, I'm not going to beat myself up over it. It is what it is. It's fine. I've been happy with my reading thus far this year, so whatever. So that's it for today's video, but I do have a Booktuber shout out. So one of my dear friends in the Discord server for the Shelf Space Book Club, her name is Abby, and she just started her Booktube channel, and she is so fantastic, you guys. She reads a ton of fantasy, but she reads in a lot of different genres, and she has such fun ideas for upcoming videos that she's sharing with us, and it's just so much fun following her journey on Booktube. Give her a huge warm welcome. Go check her out. I know that she has a new video that she's posting hopefully soon. If it's posted already when I post this video, I'm gonna link it down below for you to go check out. It's where she goes into a bookstore and just picks out a book blindly without knowing anything about it, reads it, and tries to find a hidden gem. So I can't wait to see that video. I can't recommend her channel enough, you guys. She's such an awesome person, so definitely go show her some love. So that is it for this video. Hopefully this was somewhat entertaining. What is the book that you are looking forward to reading the most before the end of the year? Leave those comments down below. I love chatting with you guys about books. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I release new videos every Monday and Thursday. And until next time, bye.